Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Andrea Chisholm. One of the Caribbean's leading businessmen has added his voice to the geopolitical tension facing the region. Angus Young says business people should understand the play as the situation could influence investor spending in the region. Details from Dwayne Anderson.
The United States of America seized a Venezuelan oil tanker on Tuesday, the seventh such seizure and the latest in a series of military actions against the South American country. The operations, including the capture of Nicolas Maduro and his wife, have caught the attention of the financial sector in the region. NCB's Executive Vice President of Corporate and Investment Banking is of the perspective that the situation in Venezuela rhymes a lot with other historical events.
Cuba, Grenada, Panama, Nicaragua all share one outcome. Regime change was the ultimate goal. But fast forward to today, and while regime change may still form part of the geopolitical agenda, the dominant underlying driver appears to be energy security.
Venezuela's vast oil reserves could grant energy security to many countries, including Trinidad and Tobago, one of Venezuela's nearest neighbors and the country that facilitated U.S. military exercises prior to the removal of Maduro. So what could this mean?
In July 2023, it was reported that 4 plants at Point Lisas had been shut down. That's 4 out of about 7 plants. Trinidad has to access Venezuela's vast dragon field in order to resuscitate the nation's gas-dependent industries, including its liquefied natural gas and petrochemical sectors. The influx of gas is crucial for the country's energy security and economic stability.
Mr. Young addressed the geopolitical tension against the backdrop of the possible impact it may have on the region, especially the type of investments countries could see going forward.
Because if we are to retain capital and attract foreign direct investment, we must pay close attention to the global political agenda unfolding in our own backyard. In doing so, those of us in this room have a responsibility to identify opportunities while actively mitigating risks from our investors, for our investors, our businesses, and the region as a whole.
A very important view, as investors love to spend their money in peaceful areas, and the Caribbean has always been labeled a zone of peace. But now many business investors may question whether the region still has that tag.
In my mind, for many years, whether it was true or not, there has been a prevailing perception that the Caribbean region was relatively stable and safe when compared to the rest of the world. This stability and peace contributed to its attractiveness where capital investment was concerned. The biggest risk was climate change and weather related.
Angus Young is a Trinidadian and is also the brother of former Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister Stuart Young. Dwayne Anderson, TVJ News.
The long-awaited micro-market for Jamaica is expected by the second quarter of this year. Finance Minister Favour Williams made the announcement at Wednesday's session of the 21st Regional Investment and Capital Markets Conference hosted by the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
So the government aims to improve the pathway to equity financing for micro-enterprises by working closely with the Jamaica Stock Exchange to create the architecture of a micro-market, a distinct two-tier segment within the junior market framework, with the current junior market operating as Tier 1.
The tiered structure will allow the stock exchange to extend equity market access to micro-entities by leveraging the junior market infrastructure rather than creating a parallel or standalone market.
By adopting a two-tiered junior market structure, the JC can facilitate earlier stage capital formation while preserving the fundamental principles of transparency, investor protection, and market confidence that underpin the success of Jamaica's capital markets.
In June 2025, a multi-stakeholder steering committee was formally established. The committee included representatives from both the public and the private sectors and was grounded in the recognition that micro-entities continue to face persistent constraints in accessing affordable capital. Minister Williams said the committee has made substantial progress and is now at an advanced stage of finalizing the first phase of implementation. Most categories of fuel will be increased effective tomorrow. Each liter of 87 gasoline will be increased by 47 cents and 90 gasoline will go up by 45 cents. Automotive diesel will see $2 being added to its price, while ultra-low sulfur diesel will also be increased by a similar amount. Kerosene will see its price increased by $3.06. The cost of propane will, however, decrease by 77 cents, while butane will go up by 25 cents. To the stock market now, the JSE index declined by 196 points today, while the junior market index advanced by 10 points. The winners were led by Caribbean Assurance Brokers, Jetcon Corporation, JFP Limited, Berger Paints Jamaica, and AMG Packaging and Paper Company. The losers include Productive Business Solution USD Ordinary Shares, 138 Student Living Jamaica Variable Preference Shares, Caribbean Cream, Honeybun, and One-on-One Educational Services. 22 stocks closed the session, selling at the same price they started trading. Foreign exchange trading ended with banks and cambios selling the American dollar for an average $158. The Canadian dollar is being sold for $114.70. The pound is going for $215.11, while the euro is selling for an average $188.59. And that's it for the Business Day. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Good evening.